Good. The cell cultures are prepared. We're ready to begin.
What about Rome, New York, Tokyo? Are we going ahead without hearing from them?
Yes, I mailed them 4 reports this morning. They'll start as soon as they get them. The potential across the cell membrane must be maintained during irradiation of the nucleus. Is the tritium stage complete?
Yes.
And the vapor applicator?
It's been corrected. The histoconnect problem has been solved. There shouldn't be any snags.
Good. Now that we've received the infusion equipment, well, I'm certain they will understand my reason for going ahead. I've waited a long time for this moment. If we are successful today, it may well be that we have the cure for cancer.
There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. We can change the focus to a soft blur or sharpen it to crystal clarity. For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to the outer limits.
Commanders?
His name is Warren Edgar Morley. These are the last few moments of his life.
John, how's Mrs. Bellows?
Those pills you gave her did the trick all right.
Good. Oh, this is Constable Harris. May I introduce Dr. Stanley, Miss Merrill, and Dr. West.
How do you do?
How do you do? Does anyone on the island know anything about Ian?
Nope.
Have you been in touch with Phillips?
No, he still won't answer.
Phillips?
Dr. Lawrence Phillips.
Oh, Dr. Phillips. What's he doing out here?
This is where he set up his laboratory.
He could be a great help.
You've got to get to him first. He's quite a recluse.
Oh, who is he? What does he do?
Top man in cancer research.
Well, before we do anything, let's go and look at that body.
Not a very pretty sight.
I intend to make the first incision here. Agreed?
Here's something interesting. There are a series of minute punctures in this dermal segment, look.
That's odd.
Let's collect segments from other parts of the body.
Try staining it with eosin.
Right? It's the same with all of them.
They're all over the body.
I've never seen anything like these punctures before.
Then something could have entered the body through those punctures?
Oh, like what, for instance?
It's possible that some kind of enzyme was introduced into the body through the punctures. If they are punctures, I mean, I can't tell if they open inwards or outwards. They could be either punctures or ruptures.
Something came out, or some organism producing an enzyme went in. There's not one trace of calcium phosphate in the whole body.
Then this enzyme, or whatever it is, seems to attack and break down the calcium phosphate.
A major component of human bone.
But we still don't know if there's any connection between the perforations and the absence of bone. I mean, they could be simply two evidences of a similar syndrome.
Well, we'd have to assume it.
If we only had more complete laboratory facilities.
There's Philip's lab, but I don't know if he'll talk to us.
He'll talk to me.
How well equipped is he?
I've never seen it, but I believe it's quite complete.
Don't tell me the lights are going to fail.
We have been having trouble with that generator recently.
Well, let's get up to Phillips's place.
All right. I'd better leave a note for Constable Harris at his house, just in case.
What a climate. How do they stay healthy?
Does that generator supply all the light on this island?
All the electrical power. I've been after them for months to fix it.
Is that the house up there?
That's it.
Good Lord, it looks like Wuthering Heights.
Try again. I don't think it'll do much good.
We must get into that lab somehow. I'll have a look down the side. You got a torch in the car?
Yes, I have. There we are.
Thanks. Now, you wait here. I'll find a way. Found another body.
The same as the other? Where's the laboratory?
I don't know. I've never been here before.
Come on, we'll find it. Let's try down here.
Isotopes. He's got as much equipment here as I have at the university. There's the lab.
There's one over here as well. Were there any signs of a struggle where you found Bellows?
We couldn't really tell. It was in a cave.
Since Phillips had no contact with the villagers, I think we can rule out a contagious disease.
Whatever it was, it must have started in this lab.
Bellows' body was found not far away. If it did start here, it might be moving down the peninsula towards the village.
Well, from the look of this place, they were either fighting something or the death throes were pretty violent.
Why don't we collect Philip's notes and study them? Could give us a lead on what happened.
All right.
Did you find anything?
Well, Phillips was certainly working on cancer research. He was trying to create some form of living matter to counteract the cancer cells.
What do you think?
Simply that he might have succeeded in creating some form of life up there in his lab.
That caused these deaths?
Perhaps we haven't got very far into these notes.
Do you want to go up and take a look at that dead horse? Then we can pick up Harris.
I suppose we should let him know what's going on, at least as much as we know.
Good morning.
Morning. Hello, Tony.
You all look as though you've been up all night.
We have.
How about some breakfast?
We've just had supper. We have to go up to Philip's place now.
Oh, right, let's go.
I'm afraid you can't come.
Why not?
It might be dangerous.
What might?
Look, last night we went up there and found 4 more bodies. Now, we think they created something in that laboratory that's causing all these deaths.
What do you mean, something?
Well, just that.
We don't know what we're up against yet.
Listen, if you think there's something running loose on this island, you can't leave me alone.
Tony, this could
Please.
be very...
Don't leave me alone.
Perhaps you're right. What is it? What's happened?
There was something on the rear window.
For what?
Well, I'm not quite sure.
What did it look like?
Well, it was... I don't know. It was greyish. Oh, I don't know.
Think carefully. This is important.
Well, there was a strange sound.
What kind of a sound?
I don't know. It was...
Let's have a look. Right, hold it. Come back to the car.
If there is something in there, we better not get too close until we know what we're up against.
What do you think is in there?
I don't know. But let's not take any unnecessary risks.
Well, especially with me.
Well, we better get Harris and go back to the village. We might need some help. Must be here. That's his bicycle. Tony, you stay in the car.
I'm not staying here with all those things running around.
Oh, let her come. I wouldn't want to stay out here alone. It's too damn creepy.
All right, but let's stick close together.
Harris? Constable Harris! Harris! Let's see if it's in the basement.
Harris? Look. It's yours. What's that? Come on, let's get out of here. Don't get too close. Divided. Come on, let's try and get through them.
Wait. Let me try first. Come on.
No.
We've got to now! Come on!
Oh, no.
You could make it. Hurry. They may not remain inactive long.
Listen to me! They're inactive now because they're divided, but we don't know for how long and we can't stay here, so come on!
Oh, David, I'm so frightened.
So am I!
Are you all right?
No!
Here. Into the car, quick!
I'm trying! I think that's got it. Here, take this. Now, come on, drink it.
Oh, David.
Come on. I want you to get some sleep, and this'll do the trick.
Oh, I'm so scared. I've never seen anyone die before.
Now, don't think about it. We'll find an answer. We've got to.
I've never seen anything so horrible.
Neither have I. Now, you just relax and try and get some sleep.
What's going to happen to us?
Nothing will be all right.
Are you sure?
Of course. I'm just sorry I ever brought you here.
Oh, there's no reason for you to be sorry. I wanted to come. David.
Yes?
Are you really sorry I came? I won't let you down.
I know you won't. We'll get out of this somehow. Somehow.
How is she?
I gave her a sedative. She's resting.
Good. I could do with a little sedative myself.
What did you find out?
Well, I got them in chronological order now, but the last note had a couple of days out.
What's the entry?
Seemed to be just a personal note, something about Philip's dog getting an overdose of radiation.
Anything else?
Well, they're attempting to get the nuclei to fuse, but look at this protein structure. It isn't adenosine triphosphate.
Where have you been? I've come for my goods.
Sorry, Donnelly. The store's been closed today. Have you seen Dr. Landers?
Not since 7 o'clock this morning. He left in his car with 2 men and a girl. Strangers.
What strangers?
One of the ones that came in on the plane last night.
What plane? Where are they?
Well, maybe they're over at the inn.
Come on.
Hey, what about my goods?
You check that at 404.
Hello. Are you the folk that were with Dr. Landers?
We've been working with him, yes. Who are you?
I'm Roger Campbell, the head of the island, and this is Peter Argyle, who runs a general store.
How do you do? I'm Dr. West, and this is Dr. Stanley.
How do you do? How do you do?
And where's the doc? Dr. Landers.
I'm afraid Dr. Landers is dead.
Dr. Landers dead? How did it happen?
Look, won't you please sit down?
Well?
Now, this is very difficult to explain, but there are some creatures loose on this island, and they're dangerous.
What do you mean? What are they?
We're not sure, but we believe they're the result of Dr. Phillips's experiments.
What do you mean, creatures?
I wish I could tell you more, but we just don't know exactly what they are.
Creatures?
Doctor, this is a bit hard to take.
I assure you we're not mad. Dr. Phillips, in the course of his experiments, created some kind of living organism that kills.
And that's what happened to Dr. Landers?
Yes. And we'll need a lot of help from you if this island is going to survive.
Survive?
What do you want us to do?
Well, first of all, I'll need 10 good men besides yourselves.
Oh, I can find those for you, all right.
Good. Then I want you to get all the villagers together in an hour.
That's short notice. Well, I think we can get them together in the meeting hall.
Right. I'll let you know everything more fully then.
Well, you'd better go and tell the constable.
I'm sorry. You're too late. He's dead.
The constable, too?
Yes, and Ian Bellows.
Oh. You know, we have had reports of animals dying. Seemed as if they had no bone.
Yes, where did these happen?
Several places in the northern part of the island.
Has anything occurred near the center of the island?
No, just north of the center.
We haven't much time. They're moving.
How many are there?
Please, we'll explain everything at the hall. We've got to finish these notes.
We'll do as you say.
Thank you. Now, they tried experiment 1165.
Yes. And if you compare that with 1143.
That's all we know at the moment.
May I have your attention, please? I'm Dr. West, and this is Dr. Stanley. Now, we've completed going over Dr. Phillips's notes, and I must warn you that we're faced with a very dangerous situation. Dr. Stanley?
Let me explain what we have discovered so far. In order to understand the nature of cancer, Dr. Phillips was trying to create living cells, cells that he hoped would attack the cancer. He based his creation on the carbon atom, which is the basis of all life on this planet. He did not succeed, but what he probably succeeded in creating was some form of life based on the silicon atom. Now, these silicates, as we call them, eat animal bone, human bone.
You see, Dr. Phillips gave life to some kind of organism, something that we know nothing about.
They have an external skeletal structure which is tough and resilient.
Dr. Landers couldn't hurt it with an axe, and when we ran over one, it wasn't harmed.
We haven't found a way to destroy them yet, but we intend to attack them with everything we can. From Dr. Phillips' notes and our own experience with them, we calculate that these creatures divide every 6 hours. There are about 64 silicates on the island at this moment. There will be 128 by 6 o'clock this evening, 256 by midnight.
And if the multiplication continues until the end of the week, there'll be about 1 million of them. Now, please, I must have your attention. Please. Now, look, the only ultimate way to stop them, if all other attempts fail, is to deny them food. We want all of you to move into this building with supplies. We want the cattle rounded up and brought to this end of the island.
You must keep calm. Fear and panic will defeat us just as surely as the silicates. We need all your help and your cooperation. We must work together.
Right, now, the following men meet me in the room out the back there. Morton, Denley.
Are there any guns on the island?
Plenty.
And what about dynamite?
I've got 3 cases of it at the store.
Good.
And we ought to make some petrol bombs as well. We just don't know what'll work with those things.
We'll send out 3 scouts. Here, here, and there.
Dunley, you and 2 others. The rest of you gather up the equipment and meet, here. You all know the groups assigned to you. Williams, Martindale, will you round up the cattle and bring them along to Williams Field there, close by the village? Right. Let's get moving.
Now, can I rely on you to see that everything's handled in the meeting hall?
Yes, of course. I think I can cope.
Fine. Now, make sure all the supplies are organized properly and try to keep them from panicking.
I will. David.
Hmm?
Take care.
I'll do my best. Now, don't worry. We'll be back, whether we destroy them or not.
How many of them can you count?
About 25, as far as I can see. Have you got everything?
I think so.
Where's the Geiger counter?
What do you need that for?
Well, if those things are radioactive, we'll have to protect ourselves against radiation.
Hey there, give us a hand.
Halsey, you and your men take the dynamite. Morton, you bring the petrol bombs.
no good. We've hit it several times. They don't seem to be moving very fast. I'm going to try and cross that one's trail and get a Geiger reading.
Careful, don't get too near to it.
Creatures, aren't they?
We better try the petrol bombs.
There wasn't any sign of radioactivity.
Well, that's something, anyway. The rest of you stay here.
I'll get up closer.
All right, we'll watch it.
Come back here, you! Come on, let's try the dynamite. Right, everybody spread out. Light them up.
Nothing seems to get through to them.
At the rate they're moving, they should reach the village by midnight.
What else could we do?
Starve them.
Mr. Campbell!
What is it, Donnelly?
In Parsons Cove. It's one of the silicates. It's dead.
Are you sure?
Well, it hasn't moved for 20 minutes. And another thing. That great Dane of Phillips is nearby. Half eaten.
Phillips' dog. You remember in the notes, the dog had an overdose of radiation. Let's have the Geiger counter.
Here it is, and the dog's over there.
Loaded with radioactivity. Radioactive too.
Let's put them both on the truck and take them back to the clinic. Take it round the back.
David, I'm so glad you're down there.
All right, take it easy. Now, will you please listen to me? Will you listen to me, please? Now, I have something of great importance to tell you. I think we found a way to destroy the silicates. But we'll need the help of everyone here. Now, we're going to examine a dead one, and I think it'll give us the information we need. In the meantime, you must all stay here and listen to Miss Merrill. Do as she says.
Can you stop them?
Look, your job's to keep the people here and keep them busy at all costs.
I'll try, but what have you found out?
I haven't got time to explain now, but we'll be in the clinic if you need us. The outer shell is impenetrable. We've done everything we can to pierce it.
We know that radiation will kill them.
How?
The dog was contaminated with strontium-90. That affects the bone. The silicate ate the bone plus the strontium-90. That's how it died.
The problem is how to introduce the radiation into their systems.
Can it be done?
Well, Phillips had a large supply of isotopes. If we can get enough strontium-90 at his place, we can contaminate the cattle. Now, the silicates eat the cattle, and, well, anyway, it's a hope.
Can you move the cattle closer to the village? Keep them away from the silicates until we're ready?
Yes, we can put them in my cattle yard.
Then do so immediately. Dr. Stanley and I are going up to Phillips's place. Now, if we don't come back, you'll have to get the strontium-90.
But we don't know anything
We'll
about
tell you what to do.
Forgot the gloves.
I'll put this in the car.
Right.
thank you, nurse.
How are you feeling, Brian?
As well as can be expected.
He's had a lot of pain.
Not much.
I'll give you another shot of morphine.
First you do a rather sloppy bit of surgery, and now you want to turn me into a drug addict.
Well, it's your choice.
Then it is.
All right. We'll give you another transfusion.
One more transfusion, and I'll be a full-blooded Irishman.
I think he's feeling a little better.
Is that all the cattle there are?
That's all.
Aye, most of them, but very few escaped the roundup.
Well, let's hope we've got enough strontium-90. Well, I've injected the cattle, but we ran a little short of the strontium-90, so I had to cut down the amount on the last few.
Well, if it doesn't work, we'll just have to sit tight till your helicopter arrives. Or the boat.
When will the syndicates get here?
It's a little after 10. According to the last positions, about an hour and a half.
What about the division time?
Well, that may take some time, and there aren't that many cattle. But you get some rest.
Perfect time for a nap. But you will let me know if anything unusual happens, won't you?
We've got to get out of here.
Where can we go? We can't reach the mainland.
Look, if you'd seen what that thing did to Artie Morton, you'd swim for it.
Halsey! Shut up. Listen, all of you. If anyone leaves this building, they'll be killed for sure. We're safe enough in here. We've got enough food and water to wait.
I'm so frightened, Mr. Campbell.
Now, if you do as we say, you've got nothing to fear. Will you trust me?
Yes.
Now listen, Halsey, and listen well. If I hear another sound out of you, I'm going to smash your face in and throw you out for those things to get it. Now, I'm talking to you straight, man. Do you understand?
Mr. Campbell, I can't stand
Do you
anymore.
understand? Mind that you do.
No, there's nothing to fear. We'll be all right as long as we stay here.
Are you sure?
Sure. Why, I've stocked this place with supplies on credit.
He's a much better color. He'll rest now.
Now what?
Well, I think you could use some rest too, young lady.
Oh, I suppose we all could, really.
So why don't you go and lie down?
I'd rather not. Not now. David,
Hmm?
do you really think we're going to get out of this?
Well, I think we stand a good chance, very good chance, yes.
You don't believe that, do you?
Not 100% no, but I'd like to believe it. Tony, I've never been much good at being serious with a woman before now, but, well, if we get out of this, I will...
Don't say anything more. Not here. Not now.
Yes, I'd better be getting outside. It's nearly midnight.
David, be careful. I love you.
The cattle are getting restless.
Aye. They're moving around a lot.
How are the people taking things?
Oh, I think they'll be all right. Some of the boys are moving around, keeping the talk going.
Good.
How many do you think?
Hard to tell. About 100?
They didn't divide.
It doesn't look like it. Well, this is it.
It's a nightmare.
It's all over.
They're coming this way. Not stop. No. Good Lord, look. They're dividing.
That means the effect of the strontium will be halved. I'd hoped it would work before they divided.
Let's get inside.
Brian, they've divided.
What does that mean?
It means that the power and the effect of the strontium is cut in half.
Did they divide before or after they ate the cattle?
After.
Oh, that's something. It's not much, but it's something.
How's your arm?
I'm trying not to think about it.
It may take some time for the strontium to work.
If it works.
Don't like the way the lights are working.
The generator's about had it.
They're coming. I can hear. I'd better talk to them.
Quiet, everyone, please.
Hold it.
Please try and be quiet.
Now, don't panic. We expected them round the building. We've got to give it time to work. Light the candles and the lanterns. Take it easy. Take it easy. Quiet, please. Quiet. That's what I was afraid of. They're frightened without the light.
If they start breaking out of here...
Yes, I know. Come on. We've got a job to do.
David, what's happened to the lights?
Quiet! Tony, be careful. They're panicking as it is.
I'm sorry.
Look, we've got to set an example.
I'm not staying here!
I'll shoot anyone that moves. I mean it. I'll shoot anyone that moves. Get back to your places. Keep away from the windows and the door.
Look out!
No place else to go.
Hold it! I think they're getting weaker.
Come on, give me a hand with this thing. We've done it, they're dead. Darling, it's all over. We're all right now.
Now my hand itches.
Oh, shut up, Brian.
Watch it, boy, or I'll sue you for malpractice.
As soon as we get on, we'll radio ahead for aid.
We need a lot of help to clean up the island, bury the dead.
They'll send everything. Should be here by this afternoon.
Wish Phillips had never started this thing.
No, Phillips was just trying to help humanity. Science has its risks, but the risks aren't enough to hinder progress.
Have you searched the island thoroughly?
Yes, several times. We killed them all, I'm certain of that.
We now return control of your television set to you until next week at this same time, when the control voice will take you to the outer limits.